listening to Wrestling Roundup on FreeFM, ArrowFM, and NPR. As always, I'm Grady, and live on Skype we got Josh.
Hey!
Elimination Chamber. Believe it or not, it is this weekend. Coming on up, we got 5 matches announced. Couple of chambers, a single title match, and a couple of other ones as well. So that's going to be our first port of call, as with all of our pay-per-view preview shows. So kick it on off. Let's look at Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar. These two been going back and forth, beating each other up, and they finally got themselves a contract signed.
Yep, they got a contract signed, and yeah, I really don't know what they're planning with this. I kind of thought this was going to be the WrestleMania match, but they're doing it now.
Yeah, it does bring up questions, I guess, to what Bobby Lashley and Brock Lesnar's WrestleMania, options were going to be. They were each other's cleanest option, for sure. I think they're 1-1, heading into this, so maybe we get some sort of screwy finish, and then we get, a no DQ at WrestleMania or something.
Maybe. I don't know, you put a gun to my head, and I'm picking Brock Lesnar.
I feel like that's always the safe option when Brock Lesnar's in a match.
Yeah. Unless it's against Roman Reigns.
That's true.
There's a lot that could go with this match. This could be the return of the Hurt Business, for all we know.
Yeah.
And that's how Bobby Lashley wins. Not because he beats Brock Lesnar, but because of numbers.
We have had that storyline boiling away in the background, seemingly not getting a whole lot of traction, but it's it's been referenced, every week with MVP being around, with Benjamin and Alexander, but we're not seemingly committing to it just yet with the Hurt Business.
Yeah. I really think that they're wanting to do a different version of the Hurt Business. I think they want to include Omos, to be honest. Omos would be an amazing enforcer for the group. Especially if that's all he has to do.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
We'll have to wait and see what happens this weekend.
Nothing will surprise me with this match.
Fair. Alright, the other non-huge matchup, it is a mixed tag team match. We thought we might see it based on what happened at the Royal Rumble. We got the Judgment Day's Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley going up against Edge and his wife Beth Phoenix.
No, we thought we'd get this based on what happened at the end of the Extreme Rules. With the Concerto.
True.
So, again, if it wasn't for the Royal Rumble win, and Rhea being slotted in for a title shot, Beth versus Rhea is an easy slam dunk WrestleMania match.
Yeah, 100%.
But I want to pick the Judgment Day. I really do.
Don't you do it to me.
The biggest reason is because why have Rhea lose on the way to her match with Charlotte? But I just think they're going to put Edge and Beth over here. And that is really the only way I see this feud finally coming to a freaking end.
No, this feud is never going to come to an end. The Judgment Day are going to win here. Rhea Ripley's going to win at WrestleMania. Finn Balor's going to just continue to wreck shop. You are not allowed to have your Edge versus Judgment Day feud end. I do not allow it. Next 17 years. Back and forth. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn levels.
Alright. Fair, fine. But I just think, at the end of the day, I think this is going to be a case where it's going to be the legends go over, and then we'll figure it out from there. But Rhea and Dominic will have to get their steam back on their way to WrestleMania, which is almost certainly Dominic versus Ray at this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a weird one with the Judgment Day at the moment. They've all seemingly got their little, except for Priest, I guess, little WrestleMania paths carved out. I'm with you, actually. As much as I really want the Judgment Day to pick up the win, it does feel like exactly what you said. The legends going over, Edge and Beth Phoenix picking up the win. like, I can see Edge losing for sure. Beth makes it a little bit more question marky. If they are trying to do Edge versus Finn Balor in a steel cage match, then this is how we got to get there. And hopefully then Finn can just win that and we can move on with our lives. But I do feel like we do have that one more stop in the feud. And we gotta get there. And that's not like dissing this match. I think this match is going to be amazing. I would rather see a Rhea Ripley versus Beth Phoenix one-on-one, but we're going to at least get to see elements of that for sure throughout this match.
I'm more fine with it this way, because what does Beth really have left in the tank for a one-on-one match?
We'd have to see.
Yeah, unlike Edge, which we have seen go and go and go, we haven't seen much from Beth. So, and Beth was fine. She was never great in the ring. She was a fantastic character and personality, which is what got her to the top. But she was never great in the ring. But when you're compared to Kelly and the like, Beth Phoenix might as well have been Natalya.
Oh, putting the hate on Kelly.
That's Kelly before her title reign. As at the end of her original run, she started getting good in the ring. But at the beginning, Kelly was not a good wrestler, and she would admit that to you.
Yeah, that is entirely fair enough. I'm actually going to go into our entrance theme a little bit early this week, just to break on up our discussion of Elimination Chamber, leaving the 2 chamber matches and the Universal Championship for when we get back. The entrance theme this week, did you want to introduce it?
I just picked Jeff Jarrett's because his father died.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Jerry Jarrett passing away this week, so you're going to be hearing Jeff Jarrett's WWE theme kicking off right about now. And you're back with Wrestling Roundup on FreeFM, ArrowFM, and MPR. Let's go with the Woman Elimination Chamber match for the number 1 contendership for the Raw Women's Championship. Who will face Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 39? Will it be Asuka? Will it be Liv Morgan? Will it be Nikki Cross? Will it be Raquel Rodriguez? Will it be Natalya? And it won't be Carmella.
I actually was not aware that this was for the Raw, for a shot at the Raw Women's Championship. I thought it was for the Raw Women's Championship. I was completely unaware. I'm going with Asuka.
It's a good pick.
Yeah, I think Asuka's evilish looking character thing that she's come back at from the Royal Rumble, I think puts her at a good spot against Bianca. Bianca's been champion for almost a full year now. Asuka getting a moment at WrestleMania would be nice.
Yeah, for me.
That said, my dark horse, Liv Morgan.
I think there's very few options out of this match, right? You got to think, the person who wins is going to be facing Bianca Belair at WrestleMania for the title. And unfortunately for me, that knocks out Carmella straight off the bat. For me, that kind of knocks off Natalya as well. I know we just praised her in-ring work, but Belair versus Natalya, I wouldn't necessarily put up there as, your WrestleMania 39 big match. Raquel Rodriguez would put on a banger match. I don't know if the alignments line up perfectly for them to pull that off. Nikki Cross is a potential for a win here. Bringing back her crazy. Really, someone crazy is going to face Bianca Belair, be it Asuka, Morgan, or Cross. For me, Asuka just, has come back with that momentum of the character, as we said. The clown makeup, bringing back all of that. She's just got the push behind her to win this match. Not saying, the others have no shot. I would put Nikki Cross as my dark horse on this.
I picked Liv as my dark horse because I believe Raquel Rodriguez is my second pick.
Gotcha.
I don't care. I don't think at this stage with WrestleMania they care that much about alignments when it comes to your biggest matches with potential stars like Raquel.
Fair. Do you have Raquel winning if that's the case, though?
If Asuka doesn't win, she's my pick.
I meant Raquel versus Belair at WrestleMania.
I could easily see it. Honestly, it depends on what they want to do with Raquel. If maybe they want to turn her heel using this feud, which I honestly I believe Raquel is miscast as a face anyway. I could see her beating Bianca. Raquel's the one woman on the entire roster that's stronger than Bianca is.
Yeah, they would have quite a few feats of strength for sure.
Yeah. But I do think it'll be Asuka versus Bianca.
I think we are in agreement. Asuka versus Belair is probably the most likely option. But other, side options, Raquel, Morgan, Cross, we'll have to wait and see. Now, where do we sit with the United States Championship also being on the line? In an Elimination Chamber match, the title actually on the line this time. Austin Theory defending against Seth Rollins, Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, Damian Priest, and Montez Ford. It is quite the field.
Yep, it's a great group of mid-carders here. You have obviously our champion, who has a bright future. We've got the number 2 guy in the company, who's basically got a bright future, is the bright future that Austin Theory wants to be. Mr. Wrestling that's just Mr. Wrestling. Bronson Reed, who returned and hasn't done much, but could do some big things here. Damian Priest, just because he's from the Judgment Day, and we need them to do something that might not involve them losing to Edge and Phoenix. And then, who I expect to be the biggest star of the entire match, Montez Ford.
Yeah, it really is like an amazing group of people. I feel like anybody here, as you say, Montez Ford, likely biggest star. He's the guy who's lining up. He's had a few of these shots at showing himself in singles. But like, I wouldn't be surprised if anybody here came out the MVP. Everybody here can go. As you say, other than Seth Rollins, really, this is a who's who of that mid-card zone on Raw, at least at the moment. And storylines aside and current champions aside and all of that, I could see any of these 6 carrying the United States Championship. Obviously, Theory, Rollins, and Priest having already done that. But, Gargano, Reed, Ford, I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah. I think we can eliminate Seth Rollins immediately.
Yeah, he's got himself some McGouse at WrestleMania.
Yeah, as great as he is, and it would be fine, he has a certain influencer that's on deck for WrestleMania. His WrestleMania dance card is full. It doesn't need the title.
Please, it doesn't need the title.
You said,
please.
The other 5, it could really go any way. I think Austin Theory retains, and I think we'll have the biggest spot of the entire night. We'll go to Montez Ford hitting a frog splash from the top of one of the pods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I got to put odds on favor onto Austin Theory as well. I feel like in a big multi-man match like this, when you are looking at so many options of potential winners, we sort of default back to the champion retaining. Especially useful in this case where it is that sort of slimy heel kind of character, who could very easily, slime himself into a win. Bronson Reed, just recently returning. I don't shout his shot too much. Montez Ford, I think, will do amazing, but I just don't see him picking up a singles title right now in the middle of it. Priest has Judgment Day stuff to deal with. Gargano's a shot, but it all depends what we're expecting to be doing with Austin Theory at WrestleMania, right? things floating around, whether we are going to get Cena, whether we're not. Is that match going to be for the US title? Is it not? A lot of questions regarding Austin Theory's WrestleMania dance card, I think as you put it. What's he going to have? And I don't know.
I think Montez Ford will have the Santino role in this match. And that's not to say anything bad about Montez. I think he'll be the one that ends up being the final person eliminated. But there'll be moments where you think he's winning the title.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is a big, big step towards potentially breaking up the Street Profits.
Yeah.
At least I believe it will be an amicable one. I don't think it'll be a toxic attraction type of ending. But I think this will be a fantastic Elimination Chamber match. And I think just for the fact that it's for the mid-card title, which is something that's never been done before, I think they'll go all out. And I think Seth Rollins will be the first person eliminated.
Okay.
I think they'll pull the ECW Championship Elimination Chamber match and have the biggest name get eliminated first.
Yeah, I think he's the one who probably needs the least shine out of all of these guys, and the showcase and the spotlight has really been on this United States Championship and on this mid-card championship. It was something that we said was highly likely when we do tie up both of the world titles with Roman Reigns, that these mid-card titles have to step up and they have to replace that role as the top title of the company. Austin Theory has been running it over on Raw with his feuds with Seth and with his feuds with Bobby. And then Gunther, obviously, over on SmackDown, been running with the Intercontinental title, with his feuds with Sheamus and the like. So both of these titles really have stepped up. I'm a little sad to not see Gunther in any Intercontinental title appearance on this show. It's possible it gets announced on SmackDown before the pay-per-view. But yeah, I just wanted to highlight those mid-card titles because I think they've been putting in the work and really showing them off. And yeah, I think if anything, this is like a showcase. You put in all the hard work for 6, 9, 12 months, and then this Elimination Chamber match is going to just showcase a bunch of talents.
Yeah, I agree. Also, let's say something for Gunther. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he has had the longest Intercontinental title reign in some 25 years or something.
It has been pretty long. I can't fact check that because we have lost internet in the house. And I'm working off a mobile phone, but he's been doing amazing with that mid-card title, honestly.
It really is. It's 26 years.
There you go.
He passed Sheldon Benjamin just a couple weeks ago from October 19, 2004, who held the title for 244 days. He's at 246 days. If he holds it to WrestleMania, he'll pass both The Rock and Mr. Perfect, making it the longest title reign since a month after I was born. So 36 years going on, and
that is
the
quite
other
a while.
two that are and it's possible that he could end up with the third longest title reign by WrestleMania. He only needs another 40 days to get to number 3. And I think there's more than 40 days between now and WrestleMania.
Yeah, I don't know the math well enough. But I definitely think he's going to be holding it through to WrestleMania. He's got some threats like Drew McIntyre and Sheamus on his heels, but I just don't think that they're going to pull that trigger prior to WrestleMania. So yeah, he probably will get to etch his name in the annals as we reach WrestleMania and as he starts hitting those milestones. Alrighty, it's time. We got 6 minutes left, I think, on the recording. The Undisputed WWE Universal Championship is on the line. Roman Reigns taking on Sami Zayn. The winner goes to main event WrestleMania 39 against Cody Rhodes. The story's been heating up. We've had some Sami Cody. We've had some Paul Heyman Cody. We've had a lot of Reigns Zayn. We've been hinting at the Usos. It looks like they might be cleared to even show up at Elimination Chamber. We still got Solo Sikoa floating around. There is so many pieces to this storyline.
Yeah, this is such a beautiful storyline. Everything that they have done with the Bloodline has led to this. It's been woven throughout the entire company for 2.5 years. And everything has come up roses for them. I love Sami. I would love even a one-day title reign. Well, technically two, because you have to get to Raw. But I don't see it happening. I think if you're going to have Roman go down, it's gotta mean something. And Sami's a great guy, great talent. I'd be all for it. But I think at this point he would be a transitional champion, and I think that would hurt far more than anything else. So I think Roman retains, and I think it'll be because of Jey Uso.
Yeah, we've been talking about that money match of Cody Rhodes versus Roman Reigns for the title for quite a while now. And so to not get that match, that is our big match. As you say, as much as we love Sami Zayn, as much as we want Sami Zayn to shine and to do the best he can do, Sami Zayn versus Cody Rhodes isn't necessarily the match. That's not necessarily what you throw on the banners outside the stadium for WrestleMania 39. It would be, I'd be raising so many question marks about what we're going to do with Roman Reigns at WrestleMania if it isn't this Undisputed Universal Championship match. Sami Zayn, we can still be like, all right, he can go to a tag team, he can do this with the Usos, and that's how he sets him up with Jay here, or he can do this, and this. I don't see a road to WrestleMania that isn't, for Reigns, that isn't those titles still sitting over his shoulders.
Yeah, especially since a certain Samoan from Hollywood isn't going to be there.
Yeah, without The Rock, which would have been your one shot, really.
Yeah. So yeah, I think in the end, I think the money is in Cody conquering the mountain and achieving the dream that the American dream never got.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that somewhere down the road, in a few months maybe, Sami can keep the fuel that he has with the fans, and they still give him a world title reign. Because I think Sami's earned it.
Yeah, Sami's been a highlight of TV.
It's just sad about the timing. I think if this had been any time other than right in front of WrestleMania, there'd be a much greater chance that they would put the titles on him, even if it was only going to be for a week. But because WrestleMania is literally just a few weeks away, and the money match is Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, and a Roman Reigns that's unbeaten, you can't put Sami over here. As much as I want it to be the case. Yeah, this really does scream out. Like, I think we talked about it last week, if you could just pull the storyline back 3 months, or just push WrestleMania 3 months into the future, it would be great. They've done an amazing job week to week, though, of intertwining the Sami and Cody stories, which I have appreciated, since it did feel like Roman had two, distinctly separate storylines going on. So I do appreciate a bit of the merging, and Cody Rhodes sort of just going, well, I'll face winner. Doesn't really matter which of you two it is. And Sami being so headstrong on the fact that he's going to win
that it is going to be so tearful when Jey Uso turns on him.
Yeah. And that is going to bring some monstrous heat. You think the heat they got in the final 15 minutes of the Royal Rumble pay-per-view was something? Wait until it looks like Sami's going to win the title and he gets a super kick in the face from Jey Uso.
Yeah.
That is going, especially in Montreal, that is going to bring some nuclear heat.
Yeah, I hope the security is ready to go.
And I'm looking forward to it.
Well, that is all we've got time for this week. We've run out of time. It's been great talking to you.
Bye, B.
You can visit our Facebook page, facebook.com/wrestling R&D up, or our Twitter page, twitter.com/wrestling RND up, or our YouTube page, youtube.com/wrestling RND up. And we will catch you next week with the results from that Elimination Chamber pay-per-view.